Good afternoon. I'm going to start doing a series on reviewing the JT response to my videos on his book. And he starts off, as usual, Brian Dengler fashion, with paranoia. Oh, it's attacking me, and he attacks us, and he attacks us. He wrote a book, and I reviewed it. And these guys teach heresy, and they need to be exposed. And so they don't like it. They do not like being their feet held to the fire. So let's see what he has to say here. He's all a response to Edward PF 123's review of my book. He got 20 thumbs up, 11 thumbs down, 219 views so far. It's about 36-minute video, so I'll probably break this into 4 10-minute parts. So I'm starting about 1 minute, and we're 43 seconds in, and he's already talking about, he's obsessive.
5 times, and I'm not exaggerating that. And they just stalk everything we do, even if the video has like absolutely nothing.
Stalk. See, paranoia. You guys are teaching false doctrine. We're not stalking you. We're exposing you.
Do it all with these guys. They just have to respond, and they have to watch, and it's just they have no life. And this guy in particular is just
I have a great life. I have a great life. And this isn't taking me long to do this. These guys think, this is some... Brian Dengler does this. He makes money out of it. They send him money. And they say, oh, well, Brian Dengler, he's making videos. That's a video ministry. Making videos is not hard. Responding videos like this, not hard.
Absolute narcissist to the extreme. I mean, I have been around narcissists my entire life. I know it.
Oh, he doesn't know anything about me, but I'm a narcissist.
It looks like I know the tendencies.
Oh, so, typical Brian Dengler. He knows. He's been around narcissists his whole life. Well, it might be because he is one. Maybe he knows one, so he's around them all. I mean, why would you be around narcissists your whole life?
So I know how to spot them.
Yeah, he knows how to spot them. Brian Dengler. I mean, this guy is in the total mode of Brian Dengler. I know how to spot him. Typical Brian Dengler nonsense.
He's no different. I mean, this guy really, by your medical definition, this guy is nothing more than just a sociopath.
Look at this slander. Look at this slander. Oh, Brian Dengler.
I mean, and if you don't believe me, watch some of his videos. You'll see firsthand proof. But I'm just going to show you some of the things
Yeah, they can't refute the actual videos. All they want to do is come on and whine about me obsessing, or as they say. It's okay for Brian Dengler to obsess over Steven Anderson, but they get upset when someone goes after Brian Dengler.
I'll say this too. He has made multiple videos and videos previously about me, but this is mainly going to be, and I've already responded to some of those videos, but I'm going to be responding to his review of my book here. I think too. I haven't watched all of these. I've just kind of clicked on, watched a few minutes, and just turned it off.
This is the type of scholarship he has. He hasn't even watched the videos. That's what you find in this book. That type of scholarship, that type of thinking, where he doesn't even actually think he needs to actually read a book. He just goes online.
I don't really care. I mean, I really don't care at the end of the day.
But he's gonna make a 36-minute video.
I have a job. I have a life. I do other stuff.
Well, good for you. But certainly, you don't have a ministry, because what you're putting out are lies.
Outside of YouTube, and I have other projects I'm working on. I really don't care what some guy has to say. And then this guy's already proven to be a liar multiple times. But the guy just obsesses, again, especially over people like Brian Dengler.
He thinks a mistake is a lie. I said about the issue of him saying that Jesus Christ wasn't God, and then he raised the volume up, and it said Jesus Christ. He said Jesus Christ is God. But I said, well, maybe it was a slip of the tongue. I didn't make a big deal about that. I made a big deal about him saying that he said Jesus Christ said he was the Father. And he never says, Jesus Christ never says he's the Father. And he never responded to that.
I mean, he just makes thousands upon thousands upon thousands of just videos on this guy. And I seriously, I can't help but wonder, like, what goes through his mind. I wonder if he actually thinks he's going to be, like, rewarded in heaven for all the work he's done refuting one man.
What man's lies? But Brian Dengler is a symptom of an ongoing problem. False doctrines. He's a symptom. He's just not one issue. He's one guy, but basically he's spreading a lot of lies, and by refuting him, you refute a lot of false doctrine.
I mean, and like I said, and his refutations, most of the time it's just like something. It's like straight out of context, or he puts words in his mouth or whatever.
If you give him examples,
I
go through the whole video, all the videos. I'm not putting anybody's words in anybody's mouth. Maybe he does this. Maybe he does this.
Like I said, this is the only one I actually watched in full, and the guy's just a liar. This is my comment to him. I said, I'd figure you'd smile if I name dropped you. I did name him in this book, so he has every right to respond to it. I mean, I don't care. It's fine. It's not that's not the issue here.
I smiled because I said, thank you for putting me among people you consider heretics.
For me, I'm sure these inconsistencies are everywhere. Okay, I'm sure kind of your inconsistencies will be fun. I'm going to show you a few of them here in a second, like one right here, which, like I said, I'll show you. Where did I say that in the book? And I'll play the clip where he says this, what I'm talking about. I rip into people because I want to wake them up. He makes them think this book is full of hatred. I'm mean and all this other stuff. It's like, all right. I made that clear in the introduction that I'm a straight shooter and I'm not going to hide my true feelings from you, page 8.
It's mean-spirited. It's not. It's just mean-spirited. He tries to imitate Ruckman, and that's all it is. He's calling people coconut heads, and he says, "Oh, the freak races are pounding the walls now, and and don't send me hate mail." And give me a break.
Which you didn't read, of course. I could say more about this video, but I'm not going to waste my time. Like I said before, you are just a narcissist who has an opinion on everyone and everything, and you sit behind your webcam pontificating it, just like a millennial does.
Just like Brian Dengler does.
And then that's what he does all the time. I mean, this.
Unlike millennials, I actually read books. Millennials don't read books. Like this kid here, he isn't reading books.
This is every video, and a lot of times he won't even show when he goes up, like, quoting from books. There's been times he doesn't even tell you what chapter, or doesn't tell you the page, and there's been a few times on camera.
I always tell the page. I'm always telling the page, and I'm going point by point. And I tell people to buy the book.
He won't even tell you the book. He just starts quoting off of whatever, and they're just supposed to take his word for it.
What is he talking about? I always show the book. What is he talking about? Give me an example.
Real thorough.
But you lie. I always give him the book, show him the book that I'm quoting from, and I tell the page number that I'm quoting from when I'm dealing with particularly from his book.
Anyway, at 422, a little before that, he makes a claim that I'm teaching modalism. That I say something in my book that is teaching modalism. Let's listen in.
And doesn't even go into his modalism heresy. That's another heresy he's involved in. I didn't say that was from the book. I never said that was from the book. He doesn't deal with modalism in his book. He doesn't deal with the Trinity in his book. He actually has where he says they can change, God can change the functions of it, or what they do. That's what Jesus Christ can be the Holy Spirit. That's modalism. He said that in another video. He didn't say that in the book. So he's taking that out of context. I never said he said that in the book. Modalism said God can change. The Father can be the Son can be the Father.
Okay, you heard him say that. He said, like even has someone here that the Father can do. So whatever. You heard him say it.
Yeah, I never said it was in the book.
I never discussed the Godhead at all in this book.
Yeah, I never said he did discuss the Godhead in the book. I was discussing a quick view of the upcoming view and what his issues are, Brian Dengler's issues are, dealing with heresies, and one of them is modalism. I didn't say it was in the book.
The farthest I ever got to so much as even. If you click on my channel to my recommended channels, they have also done videos on him as well. Because this guy just upset the book. So there you go. But like I said, Again, here's another video I did.
Let me go
He
back.
won't even tell you the book. He just starts quoting off of whatever, and they're just supposed to take his word. Like even has someone here that the Father can do, so whatever. You heard him. You heard him say it.
Yeah. We see he starts in the middle of the video. I don't say that's in the book. See how dishonest this guy is? I'm dealing with his heresies and Brian Daniels' heresies. I didn't say that was in the book.
I never discussed the Godhead at all in this book.
Yeah, and I didn't say you did.
The farthest I ever got to so much as even talking about that was when I quoted Steven Anderson, or footnoting where Steven Anderson teaches to show just how insane Steven Anderson is. That he teaches. This is on page 30. Page 30. Here's I don't know how well you guys can see that, but there's the footnote on page 30. And he talks about how that quote where he says
It's all irrelevant because I never said that he talked about the Godhead in the book. I was talking about his heresies.
he says I said he teaches that the Godhead consists of three separate persons that look identical to each other. Like that is literally as far as I got seeing the Godhead.
Yeah. Go on my video here and see where I talk about that, where he deliberately is trying to misstate what I'm saying. I never said the Godhead was in the, he discussed the Godhead, and I went through each chapter in his book, and the Godhead never comes up.
So again, lie right there. And that's why I said kind of your inconsistencies. There's one right there. Never discussed the Godhead in this book. So there you go. But like I said,
why don't you show my response to that? he doesn't show my response. He just says, oh, 1422 in there. And I actually can't remember him showing that comment, and I have to look at the comment. I never said that Godhead was in the book.
Again, here's another video I did. Ed Finner's False Gospel and Lies. Again, I show another place where he takes Peter Ruckman's work. Peter Ruckman's an old preacher, for those who don't know. Great man of God. I don't agree with every little thing he's ever said, but he's done a lot of great work.
Trinitarian.
And again, like I said, go watch the video if you want the full context. I'm just trying to keep this as quick as I can because I seriously don't want to sit there and do this video. I mean, this guy. I mean, this guy really is just difficult to watch because he just goes all over the place.
He's projecting here. This is this guy. Now he's all over the place. He's supposed to be a response to the view of his book. Now he's going back to old videos.
Really, truly does. I mean, he really does bring a spirit of confusion if you watch this guy.
Which you didn't. You don't have the honesty to actually watch the videos. I watch your videos. I'm going through this entire video.
Anyway, I mean, I show that he reads this thing Ruckman. He goes, "Oh, see, Ruckman agrees with me," and then I literally just go back a paragraph before that to show, "Oh no, you took him out of context. Ruckman actually agrees with me." And I brought this up like multiple times. Even if it was against him, I brought this up, and he will not address it, nor will his followers.
Guess what? He's not even telling what he's talking about.
And that's why I keep reiterating this point. Because if he can do this over here, where he just takes them out of context and doesn't...
What did you say we took out of context? He won't even tell us. What are you talking about?
It doesn't show the actual book on screen. It doesn't actually show the person's writings.
I think he's talking about Romans 3. Romans 3 said, or Ruckman said, if you want to get saved, trust in Christ and trust in his blood. That's Romans 3. That's what Ruckman said.
What does that say about all the other videos he's done where he shows up people's books and pulls out of context or whatever, including mine? And so I'm going to show you where he does that here today. Okay, so we're going to look here at part 3 of this thing here. Like I said, I haven't watched the entire thing, so I don't know everything he says. We're going to watch pretty much about the 5 minutes of this, and we're going to kind of let him.
So he's not looking at the entire context. He's just taking things out of context. He's starting 5 minutes in. What did he say?
Talk for a minute. I'll make some comments in here, and see if you can spot the lie. Okay, see, you're going to hear him a few minutes in. He's gonna put words in my mouth, and then say and say, see, look, he's contradicting himself. Just listen for it, and then I'll actually show you the full context of what I said in my book, because he sure won't do it.
Good evening. This video will continue on the review of this work, the Romans 10 controversy. We'll skip through. He's got a section on Catholicism here, which is not through Romans 10. And then he's got the Lordship of Salvation chapter. And again, Lordship of Salvation, what he's doing here is essentially looking at the Armenian view. He talks about them thinking they can lose salvation. And he ignores the Calvinistic view of it, just like ABC Christian 5 tried to do. There's two wings to the Lordship of Salvation view. The Calvinist view says if you don't have a changed life, then you're not saved. They acknowledge you can sin. Armenians, not Armenians, these guys Armenians instead of Armenians, believe you can lose your salvation. So you've got to work to continue producing fruits in order to stay safe. But the Lordship Salvation view, which is the Calvinistic wing, views the idea you do works to show a changed life in order to prove that you are saved. And that's what Brian Daniel is teaching. That's what JT is teaching.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I will show you. I'm not in a minute here.
What he says here. Just like Catholics, the Lordship Salvation is denied.
This is on page 54. See, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't actually say what page I'm on.
Eternal security, no, they don't. They believe in persecution of the saints.
No, they do die at eternal security, and I give proofs of that in the book.
Let's see here. If you don't know what that means, it means a man cannot lose his salvation. I am now going to address why a Christian cannot lose salvation. And he points that because the Lordship Salvation view has two types of sin: accidental and willful. That's what I mean.
Again, that's still on page 54, which you won't say.
It's not Calvinism. The Calvinistic wing. See, he won't tell you that I've gone through each chapter. So I know what, basically I said what chapter I'm in already. And I tell people to get the book. He says here on page 56, when a Christian sins... Whoop. What happened there, JT? I said the page number. Does not confess or forsake them. God will have to chastise that man, punish them, in other words, punish them, in other words, and sometimes even to the point of death. That's right. 1 Corinthians 11:23 through 32, 1 Timothy 1:19, 20, Hebrews 12:14 to 13. Then he writes on page 110, no. Actually, it's 4 through 13. He said not 14 through 13. See, this is what these Brian Denver, JT, these guys want both ways. Page 110, he says here, because this is definition. Page 110. So the page number there, JT. Then leads to their what is about free grace people.
I'm talking about free grace and actually their new definition of repentance.
The use of the new birth. Sometimes people like myself will refer to a changed life after salvation. In plain words, a Christian will not act and think the way he or she used to. Then why are they suffering the sin of death? See how they contradict themselves? Oh, they will not. That's the Calvinistic wing of Lordship Salvation. That's what they say. The Armenian says they can, but they'll lose their salvation. The Calvinistic wing of the Lordship Salvation, which is JT and Brian Dengler, what they say is they will not. And then they claim to believe in eternal security and the sin of the dead. For Christians, will a Christian live in a changed life once it's the sin of the dead? So far, JT's silent. When a person gets saved, the Lord is going to clean up that person's life through sanctification. Well, why are you the son of death? He goes back here, he says, when a Christian sins and does not confess nor forsake them, God will have to chastise that man, punish them, in other words, and sometimes even to the point of death. He's not changing them. Their volition is resisting change. But he'll say
No, it is a change, and if you would have kept reading, I give the scriptures and I explain more in detail, and I'm going to read you what the full context here in a second.
Yeah, God, there's nothing in there. When a person gets saved, the Lord is going to clean up that person's life through sanctification. This is a lifetime process, but the point is that person's life drastically changes. Page 110. Clean up the life. That's Brian Daniel teaches. Now he's preaching the sin unto death on page 54. Now he preaches a changed life. You can't have it both ways. And they'll talk out of both sides of their mouth. We believe in eternal security. Oh, they're lying about it. So free. They're lying.
You are lying about us. We do believe in eternal security. Nowhere.
Where does a changed life be consistent with eternal security? Eternal security is for people who aren't living a changed life.
In this book, just because I say I have a changed life does not mean I'm sinlessly perfect, or I'm still not.
That's not the issue of being sinlessly perfect. The issue is if you can suffer the sin unto death, you aren't living a changed life, not being sinlessly perfect.
Mess around and sin, whatever.
A changed life means you're going in the right direction. If you're getting the sin unto death, that means you haven't lived a changed life. So Christians in 1 Corinthians 11 were not living a changed life, and they were being killed for not living a changed life.
I don't deny that, and I would show you the full concept.
We're not saying about sinless perfection. We're talking about, you said this is sin unto death. If you're living a sin unto death, that means you're not living a changed life. I'm not talking about being sinlessly perfect.
So context of what I said in my book.
No, you haven't changed nothing. You're trying to refer to being sinlessly perfect. The issue is if you can suffer the sin unto death, you haven't lived a changed life. You're not living a changed life. So I'm gonna stop here. That's 10 minutes in. But you see what he's trying to put on you now? I'm talking about being sinlessly perfect. He can't understand the concept. No one's saying about sinlessly perfect. But if you say there's a sin unto death and eternal security, that's for people who are not going in the right direction, who are not living a changed life. And God has to kill them early, before their time they should have been killed. So I'll stop here. We're about 10 minutes into the thing. So how many times did I cite pages? About 3-4 times there. This is 11:40 in. And he has to sit silent there. And then he says, well, I'm not talking about, I never say you're sinlessly perfect. I didn't say the issue about being sinlessly perfect. The issue is when you say a person can die, can resist God with sinning, right to the point of death, you're saying that person isn't living a changed life. And no one would know you're saved. So let me stop and put this up. And we'll deal with the rest of it in another video, next video. Amen.